Cheers. Studio tour, Duluth Creative Co. 2024. Let's get into it. Welcome back. Here we are, Studio Tour 2024. Really excited to show you what we've got going on down here at my studio, Duluth Creative Co. in downtown Duluth, Minnesota. There's been a lot of changes over the last year, both to our co-working memberships, but also just to the physical layout of the space. We've got a little bit more painting done. We've got some more like furniture and stylings. We've got this gallery wall and the vinyl lounge actually put together behind me. So super excited to show you all of the new things that we've got going on down here in the studio this year. And yeah, let's dive right on in. Welcome to the studio. It has been really cool to see how this has been being used over the past year, both from me and my team and how we're using it. We have a new show on our Instagram called Tied to Vinyl. Ty is recording that, which is really, really cool. So if you aren't following the Duluth Creative Co. Instagram account, make sure to follow that. It's really cool. But there's just been a lot of really cool projects that have been shot up here. We've had a movie shot here. We've had a bunch of other like nonprofits or local community organizations shoot here, a handful of photographers using the space. And it's just been really cool to see all of the work that we've been creating here as a community. And I'm super stoked to see how it continues to grow going into this year. As always, one of the most popular things that I see people using is this layout right here. We have the photo paper and we have lights and the stools. And then we have right over here, we have this little tech kind of booth where once you come on up, you can set your cameras and everything down right over here, which is really, really useful for you when you're like switching out lenses or anything like that. The natural light has been really fun to follow throughout the whole year using these windows. Another new thing that we have is these kind of warm diffusion curtains. So if you want to get a little bit more of that warmer light as it's bouncing in or directly coming in, that's been a really cool addition that we've had. So yeah, super stoked on that. Brick wall is always another really popular place that people like to shoot. We've got some more furniture up here these days as well. So it's just been continuously, it feels like every single week there's like another new chair or plant or like little booth area, new light. So it's just been really cool to see the evolution of the space so far. Another thing that we're using a lot is these rolling walls. Normally I have some sound blankets up on them and we'll roll these out when we're producing like some class sessions. So I work with a client and we produce yoga videos that she puts on her website. We also do a lot of podcast recording up here, but we actually have a really new offer, a new podcasting studio downstairs that I'll show you a little bit later in this video. That's really cool. But these rolling walls are just a really perfect like modular piece to use to create a set or to dampen sound and create kind of like a faux little area, a little studio, so to speak. At the time of us recording this tour video, we haven't actually shot this video yet, but I am gonna be recording a tutorial on how to use our studio lighting here at Duluth Creative Co. We've got a couple of constant lights ready for you to use. So we've got the Aperture Amaran 100X and then the Cobb 60X. We've got two of those. One is over here with the cone and a diffuser on it, and then the other is over here with a lantern. So this is just really nice to use to help motivate the natural light and just kind of boost your levels a little bit. Or if you really want these lights to be super bright, you can get that kind of like flash editorial, high contrast, high saturation look by doing that. But if you want to bring in your own lights, if you want to bring in your own strobes, you're more than welcome to do so. But we do have these available when you make a booking. So they're just going to be here and ready to go for you to use. And that video, I'm going to link down in the description once it goes live. It's probably going to come out later in May or June of this year. So if you're watching after that, make sure to check that out. Otherwise, when you book the studio, it's going to be included in your email so you can view that and make sure that you know everything that's going to be available to you for the shoot that you have booked and scheduled. Working our way back this way, we have the gear closet, pretty much the same as always. All of our memberships that have gear storage are sold out. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to go to our website and hop on the wait list so that when those full-time memberships with storage space for all of your gear become available, you can nab one of those spots. And I think the coolest thing that we have in the studio right now is our vinyl lounge. This is one of my favorite pieces that we've really been working on over the past year. And we've got like these comfortable, like, you know, places to sit and hang out, whether maybe you're co-working during the day or if we have an event here, We have vinyl nights that we're doing all the time, which is really fun. We're actually going to start doing those monthly, I hope, this summer. So that's going to be really exciting. But yeah, and you can bring in your own record. We're just going to hang out, chat, talk about cameras, bring in film cameras, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, you'll find me up here actually most of the time, just hopping over here and putting a record on and just listening and, editing some photos, shooting out some emails, whatever I'm working on for the day. But yeah, the Vinyl Lounge, so happy that this has finally came together. And we have this gallery wall here with all of these different, pieces, which I've been really enjoying as well. One of the things that took me so long to get done was actually finishing this top part here. So finally got that all painted white, got some curtains for privacy hung up. So when you're up here using the space, you can just draw these across. And then there's another one right there that fills in that gap. We're gonna have this window frosted here soon, which is gonna be really exciting. We painted this wall white, and so we've just got another cute kind of little area for photos or getting hair and makeup done right here. I love this textured wall, and I think it would be a really cool backdrop for future shoots and things like that. So yeah, hair and makeup station, Polaroid wall. You come up here and you shoot, or you're part of one of our events. You can sign your Polaroid. We have it just hanging on the railing right here, and then we'll hang that up once it finishes developing, and just kind of a fun little memento to start to create that history of the space and everyone that's been using it. Not a lot of changes up here, just kind of more additions than anything else, but really loving the way that the space has been serving me and my businesses this year, as well as it has been serving our people that are just renting the studio out. If you are interested in renting the studio, or if you want to come check out any of our events that are happening up here, you can visit the link down in the description of this video, or if you're watching on Instagram, it'll be the link in bio. And I just am so excited to see you at our upcoming events. And just down the stairs from the studio is our co-working space. So let me show you a little bit about what we got going on down here this year. So there's a few changes that we've made down here to the co-working space, a few changes out here in the lounge. We've also got some changes down this hallway, so I'm super excited to show you all of that. Biggest change out here, that's one of my favorite things, is that we finally have the cushion up here in the window. So this is absolutely one of my favorite spots to be hanging out in during the summer, or even during the winter. Like, you kind of get a little bit of a fake summer when you're laying here during the winter because of the heat coming in through the window, when we have that direct sun, which is really great. Shout out to Maggie for making that for us. Absolutely phenomenal. So thank you so much. Otherwise, out here in our co-working space lounge, you'll see people hanging out and working, casual meetings, phone calls, socialize, and things like that. Definitely one of my favorite places down here. And of course, we have our little tiny store right over here. If you're ever thinking about picking up a new planner, pen, mug, anything like that. And then right down this direction, we have our new hallway, which has our hot desks in it. And we have a few members, John, Luke, and Peter today, that are working at some of our desks. These are sit-stand desks, and they go up and down, obviously. So if you want to stand and work at it, or if you want to sit, you can do that. It's on an electronic motor, which is super nice. We also have 2 out of the 4 desks have a separate monitor, so if you want to use one of those, we have that available for you as well. And yeah, it's just a perfect spot to come in, get the work done, get some natural light, and meet some folks along the way while you're here. As we work our way down the hallway, we have our hot desking suite, as well as our new podcasting studio. So let me show you what we got going on in these rooms. This is the dedicated desk studio. So we've got 5 desks in here for 5 of our different members. We've got Peter, Nate, myself, Ty, and 1 open desk. So if you are interested in taking that last desk, as of recording this video, it is available. So go ahead and comment or send me a DM, and I would love to see if that's something you're interested in. But the biggest thing I love about our dedicated desk suite is that it is sound treated. And so we've got these big acoustic panels on the wall, and these are our permanent setups. And so we get to come in and use this and leave our gear here, leave my monitor here, all of that kind of stuff. And all of our members get to do the same thing. And one of my personal favorite things that I bought this year was my safe right here for all of my camera gear and things like that. So this is where I keep all of my lenses, my camera bodies, flash, all that other kind of stuff. It's just really nice to have a location to keep it all in. And when I know that I need to grab something for a video or for a shoot, I know exactly where to go and where to find it. So another little thing that I've really been loving is this little timer. This is something that really helps keep me on track. I just turn it on, and it has this dial on the outside that I can wheel in, a 5-minute timer, a 60-minute timer, whatever it is. And then that just is something that I do. to help keep me on task when I'm working. And now the newest thing that is happening here at Duluth Creative Co. is our very first production offer, which is going to be podcasting. So let me show you what we got going on in our podcast studio. All right, so welcome to the podcast studio. This is something I've been working on over the last few weeks and so excited for it to be launching very, very soon. We've already recorded in here a couple of times. All I need to do is just kind of clean up some of the excess cords and all of that good kind of stuff. But some of the things we got going on in here is this sound treated wall. So I just bought a bunch of foam panels and stuck those up over there. I haven't done any like bass trapping or anything in the corners, but one of my friends who knows a lot about audio, shout out to Kenny, came in and helped me kind of like plan for what that should look like in the future. But as of right now, and I'm sure you can tell from the video that the audio in here is really, really good. We've got our table set up here, which is actually going to maybe transform into a couch and two chairs sort of setup in the future. But for now, I really like having two mics here. This normally has a mic on it, but it's the one that I'm using in my hand right now. And we've got some uplighting here in the corners that we can change the color of to match whatever sort of brand or aesthetic your show is going for. And then we also have a hook that we're going to hang up on the wall, and we can hang down your business's or your podcast logo during the episode so that you have that kind of in place so people know who you are and what you're talking about. An example of that is Mike and Derek's podcast called The Inventor's Den. Been working with them for about 6 months now, and we're going to get them back in studio and record season 2 really, really soon, which is going to be really exciting. And we get to do that down here in the podcast studio. And then when I'm producing a show, I sit right over here in like my little tech booth area. And so I've got my laptop, I've got some headphones, I've got my light switcher, and then I also have my recorder. Right now I'm using a portable recorder from Tascam. It's the Tascam X8. But later this year, I am going to be purchasing the Rodecaster 2, which I'm super stoked about. So that is our podcast studio. One of the things I have been the most excited for going into this year, and super stoked to show you how this place evolves and how it impacts the business moving forward. If you want to know a little bit more about Podcast Studio and our setup in here, let me know down in the comments, and maybe we'll make a full video breaking down everything that we're doing to launch this side of the business. As we work our way down the hallway here, we have our conference room as well as our break room and bathroom. Been some cool things happening in here this year. I've got some more sound panels up on the wall so that when we're watching movies or maybe we're premiering a draft of a commercial to a client that we've been working with, we can cast that right up onto the TV here. It's a 75-inch TV. Otherwise, I see a lot of folks using this and renting it out like for a day at a time. If we're doing any sort of staff retreats, getting your whole team together, doing any like dream casting for the coming year or quarter. So just a really cool place to do that. I've got some of my work up on the wall, and we're going to treat this kind of like a little mini gallery. So any of our photographer members that want to swap in some of their photos for a month at a time, we will be able to feature some of their work, as well as this big long hallway going back up to the front. We're going to create that into a little mini art gallery as well. And it's just going to be cool to have like some gallery opening nights and really show off the work of all of the folks that are a part of our community here in Duluth, and particularly down here at Duluth Creative Co. And this is our break room. Nothing super crazy has changed here in the past year. We've got our coffee and tea station, fridge, microwave, all of the necessities that you need when you're down here working all the time. If you want to bring in your own food or grab any of the food and drinks that we have available. Perfect little nourishment station to help you through those busy days and getting through those creative days as well. So thanks so much for coming and checking out Duluth Creative Co. and everything that we've got going on here over the past year. I am just so stoked about all the stuff that we've been doing, and something I'm really excited for is that we're actually going to have some signage coming this summer, which is going to be really fun. So with all that being said, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, do all those YouTube things that they tell you to do, and I can't wait to see you back here in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Peace. Hey, look at you go. That's a vibe. You can do it. Go, walk out. Yeah, do your thing, do your thing.
Oh, I got a jaywalk.
You still rolling?
Yeah.
Welcome.
I mean, it was kind of cool that like cars were going in front of you and
Yeah. I liked it. It was fun.
A skateboarder went like flying in front of me. I was like, I'm about to get just body checked.
That was super cool. I was like, I saw that coming and I was like, ooh, that's going to be a cool look. So anyway, welcome to the post-credit scenes, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Here's something. There's been a lot of new subscribers and new people joining the channel recently, which has been really cool, and a lot of new folks on Instagram. So if we're double posting this to YouTube and Instagram, you know who you are. But let me know down in the comments what you've been liking about the channel so far, why you subscribe. There's been a good handful of you that have joined in the last month. So just want to say welcome and hi, and excited you're here. Let me know what you want to see from us and the team and what you want us to be creating this year to support you in your creativity. We've got a lot of really cool stuff that we're working on and can't wait to show you. So keep crushing it.